When I say relationships, I mean both romantic and platonic. Although the romantic side is definitely the one that's taking a chokehold on me right now. And when I say clouds my vision, I think it's important that I give y'all context for what I'm talking about. Every time I do one of these videos, the unfiltered ones, I try to stay on theme now, right? I try to have a specific thing that I talk about. In the case of the last video, it was memories. In the case of the video that I was going to post instead of this one, it was going to be about growing up. I even recorded a video before the memories one about time, but then I realized I was just talking about memories, so I redid the entire video and reshaped it. But in reality, I noticed that I just talk about relationships the entire time. I'm not comfortable putting out the videos where I talk about a random topic that's been on my mind, because all I'm doing is just talking about relationships and packaging it in different ways. And in a case of a video like growing up and growing pains, I don't want to put that video out and then in the future be like, damn, I didn't talk about this or that or that. When I made the memories video, I literally just to be honest, I made that video just to talk about the Spider-Man shit. The whole thing about how I wanted to watch it with my partner and now I'm watching it alone. You know, if you haven't seen the video, you can go check that out. But that's the real reason I made that video. And once I kind of addressed that, I didn't really know what else to say. I think I did enough for that video, which is why I put it out. But in the case of the other videos, I'm not filling that gap properly. I kind of just think about something related to a relationship and then try to form a broader topic around it. But my mind is just so clouded by the relationship and what happened during the relationship. Once again, platonic, romantic, all past relationships that have failed, that I don't get my thoughts across the way I want to. And I feel like this video is also like it was due. It was gonna come at some point. Because yeah, in real life, in the day-to-day, thinking and reminiscing about past relationships is what fucks me up the most. It bleeds out into everything that I make as well, and it's not something that I can avoid. At least not when I'm doing like unfiltered videos. When I do the scripted stuff, that's easy. I'm writing a script, I'm rereading it, proofing it, and then I put that together into a video. Like with the Olivia Rodrigo one, I talked about relationships and love and stuff like that. And I don't think I mentioned anything about my own personal experience with it, because I didn't want to put that in there. It didn't feel necessary to tell what I wanted to tell with that video. But then when I do stuff like this, just sitting and talking, I'm giving y'all the real me. I really am. Even now when I'm editing it down, I'm just talking and spilling my thoughts out. But that's not marketable. Like, how do you package the ramblings of just whatever's going on in my ADHD riddled mind into something that people are like, okay, I click on this video and I know exactly what this is going to be about. It's like with the video, I'm going to be successful out of spite. You click it, okay, you know what's about to happen. But then with the video, where do we go from here? It's kind of vague, because that's really what I was talking about, is the future of the channel and stuff. But it's I don't know. Like, this is the type of shit that you make when you kind of have an audience already of people who care about you and your personality. Because if you're watching this far, you're probably like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't care about anything you're talking about. That's a lie. You obviously care, because you're still watching to this point. Thank you though. I appreciate it. I really do. I don't know. I can't get these relationships out of my head. And it's for very different reasons. Like with my ex, which is the most prominent out of any relationship I've ever had, I just feel so much guilt. I feel a lot of guilt and shame for my part in that relationship. I made the memories video because I'm constantly living in the past, replaying the moments of what could I have done differently? What if shit played out different? What if I wasn't, oh my God, what if I was just better? You know? And it's like all my motivation was to be better for her, for someone else. And it's because I don't do anything for myself, because I fall into this hole of not caring about myself. And this is like if you don't love yourself, how is anyone gonna love you? Bitch, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that shit out myself. But when I was down at my lowest because of failed friendships, she was there for me. And I think that's also part of the reason why I'm not right now. Because at that point in time of my life, I felt terrible because I had lost a shit ton of year-long, decade-long friendships. And it's crazy because this like feels worse than that. And don't get me started on the friendships, because when it comes to that, then I feel anger. I feel a lot of hatred, because it's not about what could I have done differently. It's about, damn, like y'all, like, oh my God. It's just like finding out the true colors of people that you thought had your back, and you thought were your day ones, and you thought really were gonna be in your life forever. Like, y'all remember Your Rage just recently? His best friend of 25 years was stealing money from him. Oh my God. Yeah, I would have killed. I might have to cut that end bit out, actually. But relationships are hard, man. It's hard forming these bonds with people and then losing it. And then you have to do that again. Like, when I meet new people, I'm going to have to reintroduce myself, get the foundation going of a friendship, of a relationship, of in any sort of way. It's too much. It sucks. And yeah, I'm living in the past. I'm living in my mistakes. But that's because, like, I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive myself. And I know people say, like, that's the first step to healing. To heal, you have to love yourself, forgive yourself. No, because I know I'm in the wrong. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it, that's what, like, it sucks, because you vow to be better, but it's too late. It's done. You fucked up. Like, I told y'all about, oh my God, where is it? I told y'all about this right here, this little keychain shit. This is the last thing my ex ever gave to me, right? And on it, it says, it's probably not going to focus. I don't care. It says asshole of the year. That's me. And I keep this around as a reminder for myself. A reminder that, like, I have a long ways to go before I'm who I want to be as a person. The person that I really think that I am, the person that I portray myself to be. I'm far from that. And I'll take this shit off when I feel like I have forgiven myself and I feel like I've grown into the person that I aspire to be. But I don't know. You, like, never say never, but I feel like that's never going to happen. Just for the simple reason that I cannot forgive myself. And I don't say this shit to gain sympathy or to be like, feel bad for me. Look at me. Oh, poor me. No, I deserve. Oh my God. No, I deserve, you know, to feel this way. And I think this is also another discussion that maybe, you know, this video is getting really long. We'll talk about another day of my logistical side of my brain fighting with the emotional side, because I really just try to make everything make sense regardless of the emotional outcome of whatever I do might be. If it makes sense reasonably, my fucking bird just, oh my God, I don't even know where I was. I don't even know where I was with that thought anymore. Regardless of the outcome or whatever, if it reasonably makes sense to take a course of action, I'm gonna do it. But, you know, trying to be overly rational all the time and rationalize everything and make sense of everything, that's where you shoot yourself in the foot majority of the time. And I don't know. I don't even know if any of this makes sense, if this video is gonna be as cohesive as my scrambled brain thinks it is. It's probably just as incoherent as all the other videos that I scrapped because I was so jumbled in my thoughts. But I just needed to get this out. I needed to say this. All these failed relationships from my past, romantic, platonic, they just cloud my thoughts so much. It's hard to do these sit down videos and just talk about one topic because somehow I always rope it back into my romantic experience. And that time I didn't even realize I didn't even say relationship experience. I said romantic because, like I said, that's the one that overcomes everything. That's the one that overtakes every thought that I have. So I could sit here and say, you know, like, yeah, it's both romantic and platonic. And while that is true, it's really just the one relationship. The one relationship that I regret my part in. That I feel a lot of guilt and pain and shame and shit that I should never forget for the rest of my life, because it's shit that ultimately is going to make me become a better person. But I don't know. I just hope it all works out.